So, does anyone remember Bulletproof Monk?
Not really.
Having that name attached to the material, it just elevates it into a more sophisticated, more intelligent movie.
So I figured it out. Why hot dogs come in packages of 10 and hot dog buns come in packages of 8. See, the thing is that life doesn't always work out according to plan. So be happy with what you got, so you can always get a hot dog.
You got it.
Yeah, that one. It's not exactly on anyone's top 10 comic book movies list.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, Bulletproof Monk is based on a comic book.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. So you're telling me this crazy movie about a monk is based on a comic book called Bulletproof?
Monk! It's a tad different, but let's get into Bulletproof.
The Monk New Year's Day Marathon, all day Thursday.
Let's talk about the comic first, because it's surprisingly kind of interesting. We follow a young man in his 20s named Lung Kai-yun, aka Car. He's adrift, just floating from job to job. Each dead-end job is just a waste of time to him, so he'll throw it away at the drop of a hat and drift off to the next. Things start to pick up when a rowdy gang comes in to cause trouble. He proves himself to them by being able to kick their ass. They become fast friends, and they hit the town with Car abandoning another job. He grows closer to a young woman in the group named Only Daughter, because she's the daughter of a crime boss. And for many of the people she's met, that's all she is, the big boss's daughter. When the leader of the group is found dead, she becomes exactly that. Any smile, any joy might as well not exist. The old her is dead. She has chosen her path. And Car still hasn't. His uncle/trainer pushes him to find his destiny, to find the monk, which was the last thing his mother told him before she sent him to America. Her last gift was this heirloom of the Bulletproof monk's medallion. The medallion of a man who saved their family's village in World War II. He decides to finally fulfill whatever fate is in store for him. A mysterious Chinese organization is also interested in finding the Bulletproof monk. They send their best people, Agent 1 and Flower, to watch Car and find the monk when he does. Flower set up a situation to meet Car incognito. The two start up a romance with Flower actually falling for her target. Of course, the Bulletproof monk, in a not-so-subtle twist, is in fact Car, destined to take up the title and kick ass in the name of justice. And so he does in the third issue, where he confronts Daughter again. Diametrically opposed fates on a collision course. It's a big explosive issue with action sequence upon action sequence, because Car has found his place in the world and is ready to fulfill his destiny. This is a surprisingly intriguing comic. It perfectly captures that time frame of being lost in the raging river of life in your 20s, desperate to get to land. And maybe when you do get to land, the people that you hung on to desperately, trapped in that river with you, maybe they end up on the other side of that river, and sadly, you have to go your separate ways.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a fucking interesting comic, ain't it? The art from Michael Avon Dimming just perfectly captures that era of late 90s to early 2000s. It complements the bittersweetness of the story very well. With a story with these kinds of themes, the movie should be a slam dunk, right? Right? Well, let's get into the film. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What is that? What? Wait, why is he white? Yes, Carl, aka Lung Kai-yun, the Tibetan immigrant from the comic, is now white. What the fuck? It's also a fact that this film will not let you forget.
Spelled with a K. It's Cantonese.
Funny. You don't know Cantonese.
What's up, man? That's how we do it. There you go. This is America. We don't have enlightenment here. We have Big Macs, strip clubs, shopping malls, Las Vegas, and HBO.
Along with Carr, most of the cast is no longer Asian. Leader, daughter's boyfriend, and the leader of the group Carr runs into the comic, I know this comic isn't very creative with names, is replaced with Mr. Funktastic, a strangely very British gang leader in New York. Daughter and Flowers roles are merged into Jade Karinsky, keeping the mysterious love interest role of both characters using the concept of Flower teaming up with Carr to take on the organization near the end, and the concept of a daughter of a crime family.
You're a Russian mafia princess? That's perfect.
My dad is serving 20 years in federal prison. So maybe now you understand why I've been keeping everything about myself secret.
Who's resistant to the idea and wants to be her own person?
Because the street is the one place where I can earn my own respect.
Albeit kind of poorly like the rest of this movie. And of course, she's Russian, so you know that she's white! Say, Ethan, we're about to make this dame white and the daughter of a mafia crime family in New York. Where should old man be from? Well, we're waiting. Mamma mia! Saints preserve us! He's gotta be Russian! The only characters in the story that have remained Asian are the uncle and the original Bulletproof monk. However, even their roles have changed. Uncle's role has been split between the characters of the original Bulletproof monk and the new character Mr. Kojima. Mr. Kojima is Carr's boss, landlord, and the only person he has in his life who wishes Carr would do something more.
You have two choices, Carr. You can sit on your butt and do nothing, or fly like a phoenix from the ashes of your pathetic life. I just don't know why, but I keep thinking, that kid's got potential.
The original Bulletproof monk takes Uncle's role as Carr's teacher. Now, one of the major differences between the comic and the film, besides everyone being white, is the original Bulletproof monk doesn't really have a part in the story at all. You see, in the original comic, Bulletproof monk disappeared in the 1940s while fighting Nazis in Tibet, and passed his necklace and his role to Carr's family. Similar to how the film does it with Chow Yun-fat's character getting the role right before the Nazis invade his monastery, the role only fully transferred when Carr found out who he truly was. The only time he encounters the original monk is in a vision, while in the film, it's essentially a buddy movie with the monk directly teaching the next Bulletproof monk. A bit more simple than Carr's journey of self-discovery in the comic. In the film, he's basically being beaten with a blunt instrument of what's about to go down.
Well, I mean, it's a kung fu movie, so yes, we beat.
That's true. Oh no, I did! Oh no!
The case?
This is the part of the case.
Oh, yeah, those things are, especially if they have the recycle thing on the inside, they're flimsy as fuck.
Yeah. Oh no, I broke my case of Bulletproof monk. Oh god! There's also a change in the organization hunting for the monk. In the comic, it's the shady Chinese organization, but in the movie, it is the Nazis.
Oh boy.
To tie it back to the original Bulletproof monk in the comic. The film's original villain, Strucker, has pretty much taken the role of Agent 1 in the comic. Both seek the monk's power and see themselves as truly worthy of it. While Agent 1 seems to just want the power for power's sake, Strucker has a few more ideas.
It holds the power to rejuvenate me, to make me young again, and to finally cleanse the world of all inferior races as it should have been cleansed all those years ago.
You know, Nazi shit. It's honestly not that bad of a change. You get the ties to the roles past, and Carr's being thrown in the middle of it isn't bad. You could even make the tragedies that befall his family part of the Nazi organization that's hunting them for the monk. The problem is having the original Bulletproof monk actually there, and yeah, there was something else. So yeah, Carr being white!
The actual plot and what their mission is changed in the movie from the comic book, but the essence of the characters, who is Carr, who is the Bulletproof Monk and what they need to achieve in terms of saving the world and passing the baton from the current Bulletproof Monk to the next Bulletproof Monk was retained, and that made us very happy to see that.
Like, I guess I can kind of see some of the original essence from the comic in the movie, but the comic is better than the movie. The movie's batshit insane and very fun, but it's not the drama that the original comic was. But hey, I'm happy that they're happy. So was there anything else out of this franchise? Not really. They had a one-shot with 2 stories come out around the time of the movie. Carr, unfortunately, is drawn to look more like Sean William Scott, which isn't exactly the most kosher
White
thing.
man, white man, white man, white man.
The stories aren't really that notable, unfortunately. We get to see the very first in the line of the Bulletproof Monk's origin, and how he started the title of Bulletproof Monk. And a story about the Bulletproof Monk of World War II freeing some American POWs. The trade paperback for the comic came out. The movie underperformed at the box office. There was a video game based on the movie in development, but that got cancelled. Flypaper Press, the original publisher of the comic, seems to be dead. Everyone from the movie seems to be doing fine. Just people doing their jobs, finding their niches, etc. Nothing too controversial.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for the director, because this was his first and only feature film, but he's continued to find his niche in music videos, so...
Yeah, good for him. Oh! Michael Ivanomie! He's actually doing really well after this. After illustrating the original comic, he's gone on to do Brian Michael Bendis' Powers, the Valve comic, Cave Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye, and James Tynion the Fourth's Blue Book. All well-deserved. He's very talented. Well, I guess the video's complete. I'm just gonna head out of here, I guess.
Wait! I think I figured it out.
What?
This movie sucks.
You got it.